Hello friends, let us continue our last lecture on hydraulic turbines. As you know that when the velocity of the fluid increases, its pressure drops. So in that case, let us talk this. Let us this uh, using this concept. Let us use this concept in turbines. So in any turbine, if the pressure drops below the Weber pressure, and if in turbine or in any part of the turbine, if the pressure drops below the vapor pressure, at that temperature some of the liquid flashes into vapor. So at that pressure some of the liquid is converted into vapor, but it is below the vapor pressure. So the bubbles formed during vaporization are carried out by the water stream to higher pressure zone, where the bubbles condense into liquid, forming a cavity or vacuum. So I will dictate explain this what is written here. So when the as you know, when the pressure fall, when the velocity of the liquid falls, its pressure velocity of the liquid falls, increase, its pressure decreases. Okay. So when in turbine or any turbine part there is as you know, there is a water. So when the pressure of the water decreases below the vapor pressure, so the bubbles are due to this process the bubbles are formed, and these bubbles are moved are carried with the some water flowing water, and it rushes with the stream of water, and to a high pressure zone, and at high pressure zone these bubbles are condensed and were formed and form a cavity. You can also call it a vacuum, and in that vacuum the surrounding liquid enters, and because of this rushing of surrounding liquid into the cavity, the pressure there will be a pressure rise, and this is there will be a high pressure rise, and the formation of such a cavity and high pressure occurs repeatedly hundreds of times in a second. Okay. So this phenomena is known as cavitation, which causes pitting on the metallic surface of runner blade. So इस process को हम cavitation बोलते हैं. ठीक है. So because of this cavitation, and there will be pitting in the metallic surface of the runner blades and draft tube. ठीक है. क्योंकि जहाँ पे भी water available होगा वहाँ पे cavity होगी. So it also causes considerable vibration and noise also. So cavitation should be, मगर हम अब अगर हम चाहते हैं कि cavitation को minimize करें, तो इसको तो हम मतलब eliminate नहीं कर सकते हैं, but we can minimize the cavitation process. So cavitation can be minimized by selecting some better type of material. So cavitation should be minimized by selecting proper material like stainless steel or alloy steel, or by adequate पॉलिशिंग. सो हम मेटल को पॉलिश भी कर सकते हैं. यू नो व्हाट्स पॉलिशिंग? इट मीन्स यूजिंग सम रफ सरफेस टू फिनिश दिस मेटेलिक सरफेस. ठीक है. मेटेरियल लाइक स्टेनलेस स्टील, और यू कैन रिड्यूस इट बाय पॉलिशिंग द मेटेलिक पार्ट्स, और बाय सिलेक्टिंग ए रनर of high specific speed, or by keeping this runner under water. ठीक है. So these are the conditions used to reduce the cavitation. So I told you what is cavitation, how cavitation is formed, and what are its drawbacks, and how cavitation can be minimized. ठीक है. Let us move on the next topic, what is governing of the hydro turbine. This is also in your syllabus. So as you know already, आपने इसमें IC इंजन में पढ़ा होगा. As what is governing system, what is this principle. As you know, in IC engine we are using governors to control the speed, mean speed of the shaft by varying by the fluctuations in the shaft by using the different concentration of fuel. ठीक है. So हम वहाँ पे जो लोड फ्लक्चुएशंस ऑफ लोड होता है उसको मेंटेन करने के लिए हम गवर्नर यूज करते हैं बाय सप्लाइंग अमाउंट ऑफ फ्यूल. सो यहाँ पे भी बिल्कुल वैसे ही कंसेप्ट है. सो इन दैट केस दैट इन IC engine you are using fuel, but here you are using water. Okay. So governing of hydraulic turbines are directly coupled to the electric generators. So this turbines जो turbines में जो shaft होता है inside, that is coupled to electric generator. So the generator are always required to run at a constant speed, irrespective of the variations in the load. So जो electricity की जो consumption होगी, that means there will be some more, in some case there will be more consumption of electricity, there will be some less consumption of electricity. So that means there will be variation in the load of the generator. So अगर हम चाहते हैं कि जनरेटर की जो स्पीड होगी, that should be constant irrespective of the variations in the load. This constant speed or rpm of the generator is given by the formula as already I shown you. N is equal to 120 F divided by P. So where small f is equal to frequency of power for power generated in the cycles per second. This is actually an electrical concept, so you don't worry about this. So small f represents frequency of the power generated in cycles per second, and small p is equal to number of poles for the generator. So this is the speed, represents the average speed of the generator. So to capture this generator speed uniform, we need to govern the turbine, and by using different loads, by using different discharges of water. ठीक है. So in IC engines you are using diesel or petrol, but here we are using fuel as water. So the speed of the generator can be maintained at a constant level only if the speed of the turbine runner is constant. So जनरेटर की स्पीड कांस्टेंट कब रहेगी? जब टर्बाइन की स्पीड कांस्टेंट रहेगी, दैट मीन्स जब रनर की स्पीड कांस्टेंट रहेगी. ठीक है. सो वो स्पीड कब कांस्टेंट रहेगी? जब आपको डिस्चार्ज जो होगा, दैट मीन्स जो वाटर जो इनपुट होगा टर्बाइन को, उसका जो डिस्चार्ज होगा वो कांस्टेंट होगा. दैट मीन्स एट सम वेदर अदर डिस्चार्ज शुड बी कांस्टेंट, दैट मीन्स वॉल्यूम flow rate of water should be same at every time. Then the speed of the runner should be constant, and which also in accordingly there should be constant speed of the generator as well. So constant speed of the generator is dependent upon the speed of the runner, and the speed of the runner is dependent upon the flow of water. Okay, this is known as synchronous speed of the turbine runner for which it is designed. So if the load on the generator goes on varying, अगर जनरेटर पर लोड वेरी हो जाएगा, मैंने ये आपको पहले ही बोला है ना, आई एम जस्ट डिक्टेटिंग हियर दिस. इफ द लोड ऑन द जनरेटर goes on varying, and if the input for the turbine remains the same, अगर टर्बाइन पे जो इनपुट होगा, दैट इज क्वांटिटी ऑफ वाटर अप्लाइड टू द टर्बाइन, इट रिमेन सेम, बट जनरेटर का जो लोड होगा वह इंक्रीज होगा. इन दैट केस क्या होगा? देन द स्पीड ऑफ द रनर टेंड्स टू इंक्रीज. ठीक है. तो इफ द लोड गोज डाउन और टेंड्स टू डिक्रीज, अगर लोड हो जाएगा कम या डिक्रीज होने की कोशिश करेगा, इफ द लोड ऑन द generator goes up, then the load on the generator goes up. ठीक है. So if there will be fluctuations in the load on the, इसका मतलब लिखने का मतलब यहाँ पे है, if there are fluctuations on the load of the generator, then there are also fluctuations on the speed of the runner, and to maintain the speed of the this generator, we are dependent on the speed of the runner, and to maintain the speed of the runner we have to maintain the quantity of water supplied at different fluctuations. ठीक है. Therefore the speed of the generator and hence the frequency will vary accordingly, which is not required. Therefore the speed of the runner is always required to be maintained, so at a constant level at all levels. So it is done automatically by using a governor which regulates the quantity of water flowing through the runner in proportion to the load. So governor जो यूज होता है टर्बाइन में वही रेगुलेट करता है, that maintains the quantity of water supplied for the variations in the load of the generator. So this is same concept which is in IC engine. So now there is governing system in impulse turbine. So and there is governing system. अब इसमें एक चीज आपको ये याद रखना है कि अगर सपोज लोड ज्यादा होगा, इसकी जनरेटर की स्पीड कम होगी, so that means we need to increase the speed of this runner. So at that time we need high quantity of water, that is high discharge, and when the load on the generator is less, then there is it is vice versa, we need less quantity of water. ठीक है. So there are two types of governing system of impulse turbine and governing system of reaction turbine. As I already told you that sphere and in impulse turbine there is a sphere in the nozzle which is also the part of governing system, and also we are using centrifugal type of governor in the impulse turbine. So but in reaction turbine there is a only little difference that this sphere part is not used in reaction turbine. So यहाँ पे क्या होता है, यहाँ पे sphere use नहीं होता है, otherwise there is also a governing system in the reaction turbine. You can study these are very easy mentioned in the notes. So let us it is I think it is okay for this topic. Let's move on the next topic now.